There is an old saying that goes about family. Family, you can't live with them, and you can't live without them.
Isn't that true?
It is very true. Think about your own family. If you think that your family is fully functional instead of dysfunctional, I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. There is no such thing as a fully functional family. The problem with family, though, is that we're born into it. We are born into our families, and no matter how hard we try, there are some times we cannot avoid the fact that we are products of our parents or of those who raised us. Of course, the older I become, the more I realize that family isn't just about blood. That some of the best family that I have are my friends that have become family. That often friends are much more family than family ever can or will be. This day, this Trinity Sunday, is a day that we remember our relationship with a God who is in relationship with God's self. That mystery of the Holy Trinity, God in three persons, blessed Trinity. And I am going to spare you, as many of my colleagues are doing today, to try to explain to you the doctrine of the Trinity. Because A, you'll be bored. B, the more I'll talk about it, the more heretical I'll become. And C, I think what's most important is not so much trying to explain the Trinity, but what does the Trinity mean for you and for me? And I think it has to do with relationship and family. See, God is in relationship with God's self, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And God is screaming and yelling and yearning for us to be in relationship with God. And for those of us who believe, to be in relationship with each other. No matter how angry I get with God at times, I know that I'm able to be angry with God because I'm in a relationship with God. You need to be in a relationship with somebody to be angry with somebody, don't you? Brothers and sisters, mothers and daughters, spouses, partners. These relationships are always at times going to be a struggle. The difference between our relationship with God is that that relationship with God, with us, is not dysfunctional. Because no matter how hard we try, God still loves you and me. And what God is asking us to do is to yearn then to be in relationship with each other. You know, to be a Christian means that we will be in relationship with the family that we chose of our faith community. Now, just like your own family, there's going to be dysfunction. There are going to be some members of our church family that you like, and some which you might not like. So So some might like to have dinner with Nancy, and some in a million years would never want Nancy over to their house. You're sitting right there. You're in the cheap seat. Of course, everyone would want Nancy to go to their house. But you see what I mean, though. You know, it's with family. But being part of family, though, means that if one of us is hurting, we need to be able to be there for each other. I'll use Nancy as an example again. I know that I can pick up the phone at any time and say, Nancy, I need something, and she'll be right there, and it's not just me. I know I can go to Rick and Pat and say, will you pray about this? And they in their life will be praying for the situation that is going on. I know that Ed Kelly,
Right here.
I know that Ed Kelly will be the first person on a Sunday morning, if he does not recognize you, to go up to you and introduce himself and say how glad he is that you are here. Welcome to our family.
God bless Ed Kelly.
Family means that we will be there for each other. In the good times and in the not so good times. Just as God is always there for you and for me, even when we don't think God is. Although we might go through the sufferings of our life, surely the Holy Spirit will equip us and provide hope for a better day, because that's what God does, my sisters and my brothers. And it's what we need to be doing for each other, too. We are all blessed to be part of the family of St. Jude. Warts and all. We're not perfect. But as that old song went, we are family. I got all my brothers and sisters with me. And God's with us too. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.